engaging conversation yesterday where Shivani was on a panel with some institutions. We wanted to focus this session on student mobility. As we've got mostly students in the room, we're going to kind of steer it more towards the kind of things and information that you would need to have to hand before making that very important decision about study abroad. So I'm going to invite Tony and Shivani. So Tony from the ISEF point of view in terms of the agents that help you in that journey, but also working with the institutions, and Shivani from an institutional perspective. What changes have you seen in, I would say, the past year or so in terms of what's really informing the choices that students are making? And I guess, Tony, from your point of view, are you seeing change that agents are reporting in terms of destinations? But what I guess is really informing those choices?
I think there's also been several things that are moving the market, and generally what's happened is that more and more young people are looking to study overseas. So we've seen huge growth. In the time that I've been working in this industry, we've seen a fourfold increase in the number of people that are seeking to study overseas. So on the backdrop of that increasing demand, you've also seen a huge growth in increasing choice. There are more and more institutions that are putting forward their internationalisation strategy, and there's more and more options for young people that want to study overseas. And more institutions in most markets are looking to attract and retain international students. There's a second backdrop to that, which is we're also seeing the rise of right-wing politics and a geopolitical shift that we're all, I'm sure, very aware of, and that is driving really questionable choices in terms of policy in markets, where on one side you've got a fantastic sector of people driving soft power and people visiting the country and people hosting those visitors to the country. On the other side of it, we're all aware of the news that's happening in America, and you've got ICE agents running around. And I'm talking from personal opinion now, but I wouldn't personally want to send my daughter to study in America right now because I'd be very worried about her all the time. And I think that is a backdrop that's changing choices for everybody. And then on top of that, we've also got a cost of living crisis. We've got inflationary pressures. Everything's becoming more expensive all the time. And I think for a lot of people that means that, well, you'd have to be quite brave, I think, to want to go and study in America at the moment, certainly in certain parts of it. You'd also have to be quite rich because it's quite expensive. And so I think those are the underlying driving forces that are changing people's choices. They're looking at, where can I afford and where will I be welcome?